The following video features one of Georgia's exceptional teachers demonstrating engaging, research-based and standards-based instruction in an authentic Georgia classroom. This video series is intended to help instructional leaders identify lessons and strategies used in the classroom that help students master the standards. As you watch the videos, please notice the instructor's best practices along with the appropriate student behavior that are reflected in the standards-based classroom instructional framework.
My name is Kayse Morris, and I teach at Coffee Middle School, and we are home to about 1,700 students. We are the largest school in the district, and we have about 8 feeder schools that come to us. And the students that I teach have a wide range of lexile abilities from 300 all the way to 1,500. During the work session, I actually started the instruction with the RACE method, which my students are very familiar with. But we spell out RACE, and it's just an acronym that stands for restate the question, answer the question, cite textual evidence, and edit and conclude your sentence. It's a great way to start a brief constructed response. It helps the students actually order and sequence the way that their writing needs to go. It allows them great chance to put transition words in there, and it really starts with a positive way for having students to build that foundation of knowledge for the brief constructed response. So I taught the lesson. The students are really excited about it. And then we moved towards them actually writing and putting something down on paper. But we went over the step-by-step in our work session first. All right, so at the beginning is R, and we've talked about it just a little bit, but R stands for? Restate the question. Now, we did this in the What About Herschel Walker. There's some important keywords in this sentence right here that tell us, that help us. We need to eliminate them to restate the question. What are they? How does. So we could start our sentence.
Knowing about Herschel Walker's past helps us.
Would we say us, or what would we say right here? We would change this. Helps me understand his accomplishments. And then what would come next? Is that a complete sentence? Well, we would just keep on with the sentence and we would finish it out. So when we restate the question, it is so important to make sure we use those key words that make our question. Yes, ma'am.
Why do we use you instead of us?
Okay, so Tamaya asked, why don't we use you, or you don't say we? What would you say instead? Me, because this is about you when you're writing this sentence. Herschel Walker's past helps me understand, because you're the one reading the passage and you're the one that's writing the response. Helps me understand his accomplishments because, and then what do I normally say after that? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever you're going to put after that. And it's important to probably state the main idea in that sentence. The central idea of the passage. Where do you usually find the main idea in a passage? Go, guys. I'm so proud. All right, so after our R, we're going to move to the A. And what does A stand for? We're going to answer the question. And the question is, how does knowing about Herschel Walker's past help us understand his accomplishments? So within the text, you're going to have to go back and you're going to look. And Ms. Morris likes it when you start your sentence how? Do you have to write it only that way? No, but at the beginning of the year, that was a great way for us to get started, a great way for us to begin our writing, and it makes us sound instantly smarter when you say according to the passage. After that, should we say it says? No, we shouldn't use the word it. Why not?
We don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is. It is unclear. It's ambiguous. We don't understand what it means. So it's important for us to say maybe the author stated, and then you can finish it out. All right, now we're going to move into some close readers that we read last week, and we started on Monday as well. If you would, team captains, will you look under your desk and get out our close readers? And we're going to change gears a little bit. We're going to move from Herschel Walker into a new football player. His name was Chris Borland, and he signed a contract with the 49ers to play football at the age of 24. Now that we've discussed a little bit about what our close readers were about and what the main idea of it was, I want you to look at the question that your brief constructive response is going to ask you. And your question is located in that little circle at the very top left of your page. And it says, write a short paragraph that explains the central idea of the article and use at least 2 details from the article to support your response. We're going to record our brief constructive response on our fun foldables that we did yesterday. So team captains, if you would for me, get out your foldables. Foldables are a great way to get students engaged, and they are a wonderful way to have kinesthetic learners get excited about learning. I use them a lot in my classroom in their interactive notebooks. So for this method, we decided to use the RACE method as a foldable, and there was an R section and an A and a C and an E, and the students actually manipulate the paper to be able to fold it back and write each sentence behind each pocket. All right, on your foldables, they should look something like this. It should be folded in the front, and you have R, A, C, E. You're going to actually write your response on this paper. So this is going to be independent work, but you are allowed to talk amongst your group, and I want you to ask your peers, people with you. Remember, ask 3 and then ask me. If you have a question that you need answered as far as the transition word goes, if you need a little help with identifying the main idea, because your brief constructed response asks you to identify the central idea, I want you to make sure you just ask your partners. I'm here if you need me. Make sure you ask me too. And you're going to write each sentence. You're going to have 4 total. One sentence is going to go on this flap. Your next sentence is going to go on this flap. Then your third and your fourth. And when we're finished, we're going to grade them with our 4-point rubric to see if you are going to be able to shoot a field goal today. Any questions? Asking us. This is just something that was inferred, okay? I want it explicitly from the text. So you're going to read it and put it in your own words. And then let's move on back to A, and I'll come check on that in just a second, okay? Worrying is okay, but we missed an R. Okay. Immediate feedback or constructive feedback is vital in my classroom because it gives the students a sense of guidance, and it helps them to know that I'm always there every step of the way when they're creating a writing piece. And I try to monitor and walk back and forth and go from student to student. I also try to get each piece in my hand from every student once or twice during this process so the students know that I'm there, and I'm there to guide them, help improve what they're doing, and help make it the best that it can be.
Please note, this is a snapshot of effective instructional practices in one classroom, and effective instruction varies with the standards and lessons. For more examples and resources, view the other videos in the series and visit GeorgiaStandards.Org.